InFocus is not a new brand, but in smartphone market it is definitely a new player. However, by launching some high-end specifications mobile phone in the budget segment in the last couple of years in India, InFocus has definitely placed a mark in the Indian smartphone industries. So today we are going to review the InFocus M530. This is the review of InFocus M530 after 30 days of usage with pros and cons. Starting with the pros, it has a 13 megapixel front camera and a 13 megapixel rear camera with a dual LED flash. Speaking of the camera, I have already made an in-depth camera review. I will also leave a link in the description below and I will leave cards. The main pros in the camera section is it has an object image stabilization feature. By enabling this option, you can see the video is stabilized, and after turning it off, the video which you are capturing will not be stabilized. You can capture video at 1080p at 30 frames per second. If you want to go higher, you can reduce the frame rate to 720 and go up to 60 frames. The second process, it has a faster processor, that is MT6595 MediaTek processor, which is an octa-core processor. So basically we get an Antutu score of 45,000 and plus. So most of the other mobiles in this particular price bracket won't have chance against this because it has a faster processor. And next process, it has a massive 3100 mAh battery which is user removable. It's good to see that InFocus has provided a user removable battery, and it can easily last up to 1 day if you're a moderate to high user, and if you're a heavy gamer, this could last up to around 8 hours or so depending upon your game time. Fourth point is it has a very low SAR rating, so that's a big pros. The fifth pros is coming on to the storage and RAM availability. So storage, in your first boot it will give you 11.7 GB of free storage in your 16 GB of inbuilt storage, and when your RAM 2 GB of RAM, it will give you roughly around 1.2 GB. I made a multitasking and gaming review. You can check that video. I will leave the link in the description and leave the cards here. So next up, the sixth process, you can able to change between internal and external memory to transfer your apps. The seventh process, it has a OTG support. And the next advantage is the battery heating issue. So it doesn't heat up that much in your normal day usage. It stays up to 33 degree and 35 degree. So that's pretty normal while considering some other mobiles which heats up like hell. And even that when you are playing high-end graphic games, it just goes up to 47 degree. You can check that video. I made a video regarding the battery testing. So the next process, the display. It has a 5.5-inch HD display and it has a resolution of 1280x720. So the bigger screen, the viewing angles are nice and it appears to be no distortion of colors. The display is best for watching movies and playing games, and it will give you an immersive experience in the gaming performance. And the display is really good in using outdoor conditions. Although the display doesn't seem to be sharp, but it is very much viewable in the direct sunlight also. So that's a big thumbs up from our side. So leaving that behind, it has a 3.5mm jack. The audio quality is very good, and I've also made a video regarding the sound test. You can check that. So the audio output via headset is really good, and this is our next pros. The next pros that I really liked in this mobile is the gesture mode. So there are pretty handful of gestures. I love to use these gestures and it really works very good. If you want me to do a perfect video in this gesture, do let me know. The metallic frames at the edges gives the phone more premium look, and the power key and the volume rocker buttons are giving more haptic feedback, and that looks really good. So that swells up the whole pros. Coming on to the cons, the back design is the real con in the first place because it doesn't give you the premium look which the side metal finish gives. The second con is it weighs more. So it weighs 176 grams. That's really not a good news if you want a lighter phone. And this phone sports a 5.5-inch display. With that, it has extra space from the top and the bottom for camera and navigation keys. So that makes the phone a bit hard for holding into your hand, and even the back is not a matte finish and it just feels very much plasticky. So that's a big disadvantage. The third cons is it has a low volume speaker, so the output of this speaker is really very low. I made a video of how to increase the sound quality of this mobile. You can check that. Sound output via the speakers is a big disadvantage in this mobile. So the next cons in this mobile is, although it has a 13 megapixel front facing camera with LED flash, in night mode it doesn't fit you that much, so that's a real disadvantage in this mobile. So shooting the mobile front facing camera at night time is not that great. The next disadvantage is the display lights. So even the brightness of the screen is completely turned off, the display doesn't go that much black, so while reading or using the mobile night times will make your eyes a bit more painful than normal. So by default, when you turned off the brightness completely, and if you are the person who is reading at the night times, this particular mobile is exactly not for you. Coming on to the next disadvantage, even though the UI runs pretty smooth and it looks great, it just runs on an older version of OS, that is KitKat. So officially InFocus has announced that mobile won't be getting the Lollipop update, so that's a big disadvantage if you are looking for a Lollipop. My next and most important cons is the InFocus SIM doesn't seem to be responding to his customers in Facebook and Twitter. I personally tried with Facebook and Twitter, but I didn't got much of a reply that I want. So if you are really going to buy this mobile, be sure that you just contact them with their toll-free numbers and other customer care numbers, because they won't be providing you any guidance or any other sort of assistance in Facebook or Twitter in social medias. So according to me, that's the biggest disadvantage of all, because most of the other brands in this competition market have been providing many assistance via social media team. So this is not really good from InFocus team. So that's it guys, I really wrap up this pros and cons. If you are buying this mobile, do check the pros and cons carefully and make a list depending upon your usage and primary performance ratio. I hope you enjoyed this video and it helped you. If you like this video, do hit the like button and give a comment on your side. And if you want to see any other videos in this particular price bracket or in this particular mobile, do let me know in the comment section below. We'll definitely do that video for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. This is Tim signing off. Hope to see you in my next video.